प्रॉब्लम्स ऑन रे ऑप्टिक्स। पहली प्रॉब्लम देखिए, इन द फिनोमेना ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन ए velocity changes, B frequency changes, C wavelength changes, D phase may or may not change. Now see, in the phenomena of reflection, waves get reflected into the same medium, therefore the velocity, which is the property of medium, velocity of waves remain same. Frequency is the property of wave itself. Once wave is generated, whatever medium it passes through, its frequency doesn't change. When velocity and frequency both remain same, wavelength doesn't change. So what changes is phase. In fact, there are two kinds of reflection. If it is reflection from fixed surface, there is a change of phase by pi by 2, and if it is free surface, change of phase is 0. There is no change in phase. So question number 1, the answer is D. Phase may or may not change depending on the type of reflecting surface. Now question number 2. Question number 2 goes like this. The image of a real object formed by a plane mirror. Now see, in a plane mirror, image formed is in fact erect, virtual, of same size that of the object, at same distance behind the mirror, the distance of the object in front of the mirror. So the image is virtual and erect. Therefore the answer is A. Now question number 3. A person sitting in front of a mirror finds his erect image larger than himself. Now see, when image is erect in a mirror, it has to be virtual, and larger virtual image is only in concave mirror. So this implies that the mirror has to be concave. So the options are A plane, B convex, C concave, D cylindrical with bulging side outwards. In fact, D is a convex mirror, which is cylindrical mirror. So D is also not the answer. The answer is C. It is concave mirror, because in concave mirror the virtual image is larger than the size of object. This is image and this is object, provided object lies between focal point and pole of the mirror. So the answer is C. Now question number 4 goes like this. When a convergent beam of light is incident on a plane mirror. Now see, convergent beam of light like this. This will behave as a virtual source, because the point of convergence will be behind the mirror. So after reflection, the rays will focus in front of the mirror. और इसी तरह से the other pair you can see like this. Therefore ऊपर वाली रेज ऊपर फोकस होती है, नीचे वाली रेज नीचे फोकस होती है. So image will be in front of mirror and it will be real, and of course the image is erect. So let us see The options are A, upright and real, B, upright and virtual, C, inverted and real, and D, inverted and virtual. So it is upright and in front of mirror, therefore real. So answer is A. So question number 4, the answer is A. Now question number 5. A thick plane mirror shows a number of images of the filament of an electric bulb. Of these, the brightest images. Now, thick mirror में we have glass surface as reflecting surface, and then below it there is a mirror which is second reflecting surface, and then after this there are successive reflections. क्योंकि टॉप सरफेस ट्रांसपेरेंट सरफेस है, इसलिए मोस्ट ऑफ द लाइट इज पास थ्रू द रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस, ओनली वेरी स्मॉल फ्रैक्शन is reflected back. Therefore, first image formed, which is from first reflection on the plane surface of the reflecting mirror, this is less bright compared to the mirror image formed from the second reflection at the reflecting surface of the mirror. Therefore, second image is brightest. Let us see the options. A first, B second, C fourth, D last. So the answer is B. It is the second image which comes from the plane reflecting surface. Rest all the reflections are successive reflections and have lesser intensity. Now question number 6. Question number 6 goes like this. How many images of himself does an observer see if two adjacent walls and the ceiling of a rectangular room are mirror surfaced? Now, two adjacent walls and the ceiling are mirror surfaced. So we have three mutually perpendicular mirrors basically. This top, this and this. Now for three mutually perpendicular mirrors, the number of images formed is 7. Out of which 6 are visible at a time. But here we have to find out how many images formed. So our answer is 7. So C is the option. असल में इस तरह से तीन म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर मिरर्स के केस में देयर आर 8 ऑक्टेंट्स, जिनमें से एक ऑक्टेंट में ऑब्जेक्ट होता है और बाकी के 7 ऑक्टेंट्स में इसकी इमेज लाई करती है. एंड ऑल दीज ऑब्जेक्ट and 7 images lie on the surface of a sphere whose center is at the corner of the room. Now question number 7. Question number 7 goes like this. We have how far should an object be held from a concave mirror of focal length 40 centimeter so as to obtain a real image twice the size of the object. Now it is a concave mirror and we want real image, so of course the object has to be beyond f, and since image is larger than the size of object, so object is between C and f. Its image will lie beyond C, somewhere here, and from the formula of magnification, if this distance is x, this distance has to be 2x. So real image है, twice the size of the object है, and focal length of the mirror is given 40 centimeter. Since it is concave mirror, therefore it is minus 40 centimeter. Apply proper sign convention and UVF formula 1 upon Fs 1 upon V plus 1 upon U, that is mirror formula. Put the values. 1 upon 40 is 1 upon V, V is minus 2x, sign convention. सारी डिस्टेंसेस जो पोल से इंसिडेंट रे के अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में नापनी है, दे आर नेगेटिव. सो V is minus 2x and similarly U is minus x. माइनस साइन पूरे में से कैंसिल हो जाएगा and will be left with 1 upon 40 is 1 upon 2x plus 1 upon x, that will become this 3 upon 2x. So x becomes 3 into 40 by 2, that is 60 centimeters. Object has to be placed at a distance 60 centimeter from the mirror. So the answer is D. And the answer is proper also. The object has to be beyond F and before C, that means between C and F. So that is our answer. Now question number 8. Question number 8 goes like this. A cubical room. A cubical room is formed with 6 plane mirrors. An insect moves along the diagonal of the floor with a uniform speed. Now see, in this cubical room, this is diagonal of the floor. An insect is moving on this diagonal with a velocity, let's say V. Now image of this in the adjacent wall will move with a velocity V cos 45, that is V by root 2, and that will be 10 root 2 centimeters per second. The velocity of image in two adjacent walls are given 10 root 2 centimeters per second. Then the velocity of image formed by the roof. Now from here we get V is equal to 10 root 2 multiplied by root 2. V is 20 centimeters per second. So roof, which is at the top of the floor, will show same velocity V. Therefore the velocity of image in the roof will become 20 centimeters per second. So answer is C. So question number 8, answer tick करिए C, 20 centimeters per second. Now question number 9. Question number 9 goes like this. A shaving mirror of focal length f produces an image x times the size of the object. If the image is real, then the distance of the object from the mirror is. Now shaving mirror is a concave mirror and it forms a real image which is x times the size of the object. So this is the object, this is the image. Of course object has to be beyond f, then only image will be real, and it is x times. Therefore if this is, let's say, L, this distance will become x times L from the formula of magnification. Magnification के लिए जितने गुना image है उतने ही गुना image distance. Therefore the distance of the object from the mirror is, so we have to find out this L. Focal length of the mirror is given f. Since it is a concave mirror, it is a shaving mirror, therefore it has to be minus f. First of all, mirror formula 1 upon f is 1 upon v plus 1 upon u. Put values with proper sign convention. For the sign convention, these two values will become negative. 1 upon f is 1 upon v xl plus 1 upon u माइनस l. माइनस साइन पूरे में से कैंसिल हो जाएगा. 1 upon f is 1 upon xl plus 1 upon l. That will become xl. This will become 1 plus x. So L becomes 1 plus x divided by x into f. So distance of object from the mirror is 1 plus x divided by x into f. So answer is B. Question number 9, the answer is B. Now question number 10. A body stands straight in front of a mirror at a distance of 30 centimeters away from it. He sees his erect image whose height is 1/5 of his real height. Now image is erect, that means virtual, and since image is 1/5 of the height of the object, therefore the mirror is convex. So it is a convex mirror which is forming image 1/5 of the size of the object. Question number 10, it is a convex mirror, and in that case the image formed is somewhat like this. This is the object, this is the image, and 1/5 image height means distance is also 1/5. So if this is x, this will certainly become x by 5. Now the mirror he is using is, we have to find out only nature of the mirror. So nature of the mirror is a convex mirror. The answer is B. Now you can find out in this particular problem the focal length of the mirror also, as the data is given, but we wanted to calculate only the nature of mirror, and that is convex mirror, because केवल convex mirror में ही virtual image smaller than the size of object है. Now question number 11. A short linear object of length b lies along the axis of a concave mirror. So there is a concave mirror and a short linear object of length b lies along the axis. Now focal length of the mirror is f, concave mirror है इसलिए minus f, and distance of the object is given as u. Sign convention says it has to be minus u. The size of the image is approximately equal to. Now first of all, from mirror formula, 1 upon f is 1 upon v plus 1 upon u. We have to find out size of the image. इसको differentiate कर दिए. 0 is minus dv upon v square minus du upon u square. So it will become dv upon v square is minus du upon u square. That means size of the image dv is minus v square by u square times du. If you just talk about size only, leave this minus sign, it is v by u into size of the object, v by u का whole square times du. Now du is size of the image, size of the object, and size of the image has to be calculated. जहाँ तक v by u का सवाल है, इसके लिए काम करिए. यहाँ पर हमें u दे रखा है, v नहीं दे रखा है, so u से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिए. We get u by f is equal to u by v plus 1. So u by v becomes u by f minus 1, that is u minus f divided by f. Therefore put value of this will become f upon u minus f का whole square, and size of the object is D. Therefore, size of the image becomes f upon u minus f ka whole square times B. So the answer becomes D. The answer is D. This is called actually the longitudinal magnification. When you talk about image length upon object length along the optic axis, principal axis of the instrument. So this is question number 11. Now let us talk about question number 12. Question number 12 goes like this. A monochromatic beam of light passes from a denser medium to a rarer medium as a result. Now, denser to rarer. When light rays pass from denser medium to rarer medium, they move away from the normal, and therefore, one more thing, denser means mu d, rarer means mu r, and mu d is greater than mu r. जितना ज़्यादा किसी भी मीडियम की डेंसिटी बढ़ती जाती है उतना वेलोसिटी ऑफ लाइट उसमें कम होती जाती है. दैट मीन्स C in denser medium, C in rarer medium, CD velocity of light in denser medium will be less than CR. So जैसे ही लाइट डेंसर मीडियम से रेयर मीडियम में एंटर करेगी वेलोसिटी ऑफ लाइट बढ़ जाएगी डेंसर से रेयर में. डेंसर में कम है, रेयर में ज़्यादा. So the answer is its velocity increases. So the answer is A. Frequency doesn't change, so D and C are not the answers. Now question number 13. 13 goes like this. When light travels from one medium to another, which are separated by a sharp boundary, the characteristic which does not change. Now, when light moves from one medium to the other, velocity changes. Velocity changes, therefore wavelength also change. Frequency is the property of wave. So when wave moves from one medium to the other, frequency doesn't change. Hence, C is the answer. So question number 13, the answer is C. Question number 13, the answer is C. The frequency of light doesn't change when it moves from one medium to the other. Now question number 14. Critical angle is the angle of incidence in a denser medium for which the angle of reflection in the rarer medium. Now see, question number 14 में डेंसर मीडियम में जब आप लाइट रेज को रेयर मीडियम में ले जाते हैं तो दे मूव अवे फ्रॉम दी नॉर्मल. डेंसर मीडियम में वो एंगल जिसके लिए रेयर मीडियम में एंगल जस्ट 90 डिग्री को अप्रोच करता है, दिस एंगल इज कॉल्ड क्रिटिकल एंगल फॉर दिस पेयर ऑफ ट्रांसपेरेंट मीडियम. देयरफॉर फ्रॉम दिस डेफिनेशन the critical angle is that angle of incidence in denser medium for which the angle of refraction in rarer medium is 90 degree. So the answer is C. Question number 14, the answer is C. Now question number 15. A small piece of wire bent into L shape such that the upright and horizontal portions are of equal length. It is placed with the horizontal portion along the axis of a concave mirror of radius of curvature 20 cm. If the bend is 40 cm from the pole of the mirror, then the ratio of the lengths of the images of the upright and horizontal portions of the wire is. Now, as we know, longitudinal magnification in magnitude is square times the magnitude of transverse magnification. We have an L-shaped wire placed here, and the distance given is, if the bend is 40 centimeter from the pole, this distance is 40 centimeter, and radius of curvature r given 20 centimeter. Therefore, focal length is, which is r by 2, is 10 centimeter. For concave mirror, it is a minus sign. Now, first of all, we have to find out the value of V. Apply UVA formula. Let us see where this image is formed. So, 1 upon F is 1 upon V. We have to find out, plus 1 upon U. U is minus 40 centimeter. So, 1 upon V becomes minus 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 40, that is 40, minus 4 plus 1, minus 3 by 40. V is minus 40 by 3. So, when U is 40, U is minus 40, V is minus 40 by 3. That means image will be formed somewhere here, and this distance is 40 by 3 centimeters. So, V is 1 by third of the U. Therefore, transverse magnification is 1 by 3. So, if this height is A, this height will become A by 3, and longitudinal magnification is square times the transverse magnification. So, if this side is also A, this side will become A by 9 square times. Now, in this question we have to find out the ratio of lengths of images of the upright, that is A by 3, divided by horizontal portion, that is A by 9. So, required ratio will become 9 by 3, that is 3. So, the answer is 3:1, therefore C. So, this was question number 15, and the answer is C, 3:1. Now, question number 17, it goes like this. A ray of light from denser medium strikes a rarer medium at an angle of incidence I, shown in figure. The reflected and refracted rays make an angle of 90 degree with each other. The angles of reflection and refraction are R and R dash. The critical angle is. Now, let us draw the diagram. Question number 16. A ray of light from denser medium, this is denser medium, to rarer medium at an angle of incidence I. This is I, shown in figure. The reflected and refracted rays make an angle of 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So, if this is I, this has to be I. That means R is in fact I, and from simple geometry we can establish that this R dash is pi by 2 minus I. Now, critical angle is the angle of incidence for which this R dash will become pi by 2. So, for this we have to find out refractive index of this medium with respect to this medium. So, let's say this is mu d and this is mu r. Now, mu d sin I has to be mu r sin r dash. Sin r dash is actually cos r, sorry, cos I. That means tan I is mu r upon mu d. Now, refractive index of denser medium with respect to rarer medium, this becomes actually mu d upon mu r, and mu d upon mu r is cot I, and this refractive index is 1 upon sin c. Denser medium का refractive index with respect to rarer medium is 1 upon sin c. So sin c will become tan I, दोनों तरफ रेसिप्रोकेट कर दिए. So C is sin inverse tan I. The answer is B. It is sin inverse tan I. So this is question number 16. Now question number 17. A point source is at a depth of 1 meter from the water surface. The diameter of the circle of light rays on water surface refracted into air will be, refractive index of the water is given 4/3. So question number 17 देखिए. A point source is at a depth of, let's say, h meters from the liquid of refractive index mu. इससे जो भी लाइट चलती है वो क्रिटिकल एंगल तक तो बाहर निकल पाएगी. Beyond critical angle, it will follow total internal reflection. So radius of the light patch will be this much only. Let's say this radius is capital R. So R by H is tan C, that is sin C upon cos C. Cos C is under root 1 minus sin square C. So R by H is sin C is 1 by mu upon under root 1 minus 1 by mu square. Mu को अंदर ले आइए. It is 1 upon under root mu square minus 1. Therefore R is H upon under root mu square minus 1. We can use this as the standard formula to calculate radius of the light patch in this particular case. Therefore R will become, H की value 1 meter है, under root of mu is given 4/3, so 16/9 mu square minus 1 will make it 7/9, so it will become 3/7 का square root. Therefore R is 3/7. Therefore the diameter will become 6/7. D is 2R, that is 6/7. So the answer is B. So this is question number 17. Now question number 18. A pond of water is 5 meter deep. The flame is held 2 meter above the surface of water. A fish is at a depth of 4 meter from the water surface. Refractive index of water is 4/3. The apparent height of flame from the eyes of the fish is. Now, rarer medium से denser medium में देखने पर apparent depth mu times कम दिखाई देती है. Similarly, denser medium से rarer medium में देखने पर apparent depth mu times ज़्यादा दिखाई देती है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 18 में देखिए. A pond of water 5 meter deep. A flame is held 2 meters above the surface of water, somewhere here. A fish is at a depth of 4 meters below the water surface, and refractive index of the water is 4/3. Now, for fish, this distance will remain same, whereas this distance will become mu times the distance, that is 4/3 into 2, 8/3 meters. So total apparent depth of, or maybe total apparent height of the flame for the fish will become 8 by 3 plus 4 meters, that is 20 by 3 meters. So the answer is D, 20 by 3 meters. So this was question number 18 and that is how we actually go about this. रेयर मीडियम से डेंसर मीडियम में देखने पर म्यू टाइम्स डिस्टेंस कम दिखाई देती है और डेंसर से रेयर मीडियम में द डिस्टेंस इज ग्रेटर बाय अ फैक्टर म्यू. So question number 19 goes like this. A pond of water 5 meter deep, a vessel of depth 2d centimeter is half filled with a liquid of refractive index mu1 and the upper half with a liquid of refractive index mu2. The apparent depth of the vessel seen perpendicularly is. Now apparent depth, दोनों apparent depths का सम होगी. First apparent depth for this will become d2 apparent. Apparent depth is real depth upon mu, so d by mu2, and similarly d1 apparent depth is d upon mu1. So total apparent depth from here to here, total apparent depth will become d by mu1 plus d by mu2. So d common, it is 1 by mu1 plus 1 by mu2. So the answer is B. It is d by mu1 plus d by mu2. Now question number 20. Question number 20 goes like this. The absolute refractive index of glass and water are 3 by 2 and 4 by 3 respectively. Then the refractive index of glass with respect to water will be. Now we have to find out W mu G. W mu G. This is the refractive index of glass with respect to water. Now W mu G is actually A mu G upon A mu W. A mu G is given, the refractive index of glass is given 4 by 3 and A mu W is given 3 by 2. So it is 4 by 3 into 2 by 3 will make it the this is 4 by 3 divided by, rather sorry we have made a mistake, it is A mu G, glass का दे रखा है 3 by 2, 3 by 2 divided by 4 by 3, so that will become 3 by 2 into 3 by 4 and that is 9 by 8. So the answer is B. Question number 20, the answer is B. In fact इसमें ये ध्यान रखना है हमेशा, बाद वाले लेटर का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऊपर आता है और पहले वाले लेटर का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स नीचे आता है. Now question number 21. One face of a rectangular glass slab of thickness 6 cm is silvered. An object is placed at a distance of 8 cm in front of unsilvered face. The image is formed 10 cm behind the silvered face. The refractive index of glass plate is. So question number 21 में देखिए, रेक्टेंगुलर ग्लास स्लैब है जिसका वन फेस ऑफ द रेक्टेंगुलर ग्लास स्लैब of thickness 6 centimeters is silvered. An object is placed at a depth at a distance of 8 centimeter in front of unsilvered face. This is 8 centimeter. Now the refractive index is, let's say, mu. सो जो रेज यहां पर इंसिडेंट होंगी they will bend towards normal when they are entering from rarer medium to denser medium, and therefore they will appear to be coming from somewhere here, and this distance will become mu times 8 centimeters. So for this mirror the distance will become mu times 8 plus 6 centimeters. Now when rays get reflected from this surface, they will appear to be coming from the same distance. So this distance will become 8 mu plus 6 centimeters. प्लेन मिरर के जितना आगे ऑब्जेक्ट, प्लेन मिरर से उतना पीछे इमेज. Therefore this distance will become 8 mu plus 6 again, so 8 mu plus 12 centimeters. Now at this surface rays will again go away from the normal, so they will come from here, and now this distance will become mu times less. When light rays move out of the denser medium, they bend away from the normal and the distance decrease by a factor of mu, so that will become 8 mu plus 12 whole divided by mu, that is mu plus 12, rather 8 plus 12 by mu centimeters. Now this is entire distance. The question says its image is formed 10 centimeters behind the silvered face. So we have to actually find out this distance, and this distance is this entire distance minus 6 centimeters. So that will become actually the ten centimeters. Now let us try calculating this distance. This will become 8 plus 12 by mu minus 6, that will become 2 plus 12 by mu. Now they are saying that this distance is 10 centimeter, so put this equal to 2 plus 12 by mu is equal to 10, 12 by mu is equal to 8, so mu is 12 by 8, that is 3 by 2. The answer is D. So question number 21, the answer comes out to be D. Now question number 22, what is the time taken in seconds to grasp a glass slab of thickness 4 mm and refractive index mu is equal to 3 by light? Now velocity of light in free space is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second, and in a transparent medium, here given a slab of thickness 4 mm and refractive index 3, the velocity of light C medium, that will become C vacuum divided by mu, that will become 1 into 10 to the power 8 meters per second. This is the velocity and this distance the light has to travel. So time taken by light to cross this 4 mm, 4 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 1 into 10 to the power 8 will make it 4 into 10 to the power minus 11 seconds. So 4 into 10 to the power minus 11 seconds. The answer is A. Question number 22. The answer is A. Now question number 23. A, B and C are three optical media of respective critical angles C1, C2 and C3. Now actually critical angle depends on refractive index of the medium, larger the refractive index is, lesser will be the critical angle. Now, they say total internal reflection of light can occur from A to B. That means A is denser than B. Total internal reflection हमेशा denser medium से rarer medium को होता है. Therefore, A is denser than B. Similarly, it can also occur from B to C. So B is denser than C. So A is denser than B, mu A is greater than mu B, and B is denser than C, mu B is greater than mu C. That means CA, which is C1, is less than C2, is less than C3. क्योंकि जितना ज़्यादा refractive index उतना कम critical angle. So our answer is D. C1 is less than C2 and C2 is less than C3. So question number 23, the answer is D. Now question number 24. Color of light having maximum speed in vacuum. Now see, in a transparent medium, different colors travel with different velocity. Actually, red moves fastest in a transparent medium and blue moves slowest. But as far as free space, that means vacuum is concerned, all the colors, that means light of all frequencies, travel with same velocity, hence same for all. For the question number 24, the answer is D. In vacuum, velocity of light for all colors is same.